So if you want to increase the profits that you're bringing in with your service accommodation apartments, then there are two key pieces of furniture that you must have. And it's so crucial, it's so important because every bed counts. You got to think about this. It's a business, right? And it's like the hotel business. You've got to count it per bed. And you've also got to look at the value that you're giving to the end customer as well. Because the more value, I always say this, there is a direct correlation between the amount of value that you give and how much money you actually make. And it's very simple. So even if we use something like as reviews, the better you serve the customer, the more better results you're going to get when it comes to reviews. And the more and better reviews you get, the more other customers are actually going to book that apartment and want to stay there. So you've given the value on the front end, but it's actually a smart and strategic business move because it's going to keep driving more traffic into your apartments as well. But there are ways that you can also increase the overhead by simple little things, just like furniture. So now we're going to discuss the two pieces of furniture that you need to have in your service apartments to increase your overheads. Now, what is the first one? Very, very simple. It's called a zip link bed. A zip link bed. So what is that? So a zip link bed is simply one of those beds that you're actually able to either divide into two or you can bring back to one as well. Because sometimes what happens is your apartments are being booked out by a group of people. It could be family members. Let's say you've got a husband and wife and a brother and sister, right? And now they're staying in 2 bedrooms, or maybe even a 1 bedroom. Now here's the thing: if it's just 1 bedroom, a brother and a sister, teenagers or maybe older, do they really want to sleep on the same bed? Perhaps not, right? So you want them to be able to separate their beds. So separate the bed. So it's still the same double bed or king size bed, but there's literally a mechanism that you can use to separate the beds and turn them into 2 single beds. So now this becomes a whole lot more appealing to that family. It doesn't cost them much more, but they're actually able to design how they want the apartment. So what we do is we would actually send a message out. So, okay, here's the thing. How many of you are coming and what setup would you like? So would you like the beds to be together or would you like them to be separate? Just that little thing. They just feel like they're getting so much value because they might not have thought about it. But now that it's become an option for them that, oh yeah, well actually, we would like the beds to be separated because we don't really want to sleep on the same bed. Huge amount of value to them straight away. But also, you're able to actually charge as well. So you can charge per extra head. So there's going to be more people sleeping there. You can say, okay, well, we can separate this bed into 2. That means you can have 1 extra person in with you, but it's going to cost an extra £20 per night, an extra £30 per night, whatever it is in that market that you're actually operating in. So that is a huge amount of extra revenue coming in that hasn't actually directly cost you any more money. So it's super important that when you're looking at securing properties with landlords, sometimes we actually prefer unfurnished because in the long run, we'd rather furnish it ourselves and actually get the overhead over the 12 months, 24 months, 36 months. We're actually going to end up generating more from making that initial investment upfront. So it's something crucial you should be looking at to increase the overhead. And the second one, once again, it's about utilizing a space that's already there and making money out of it. So the second one is a sofa bed, right? Like, let's think creatively. Let's think, how can we maximize? So with a sofa bed, once again, you could just have a sofa, or you could have a sofa bed because now that will sleep an extra person, perhaps an extra 2 people, depending why. Sometimes you can be a little bit cheeky. Now let's use another 1 bedroom as an example. So you could say the 1 bedroom technically sleep 3 because you've got the zip link bed which splits into 2, so that's 2, and then you got the sofa bed which can't really split into 2, but it's 1. But to add that extra value to them, perhaps you won't charge them extra, but to add that extra value, it can actually sleep 4 people. Once again, you have to be clear in the description and let them know it is a sofa bed. So if they're going to be sleeping an extra person, they're going to be sharing. But that just gives a huge amount of value. And this could be the difference between them booking a separate apartment or actually booking your apartment, because now 4 of them can stay in your apartment as opposed to just the 3 that can stay in the apartment next door. So this little thing, once again, It's already a space, it's already something that you're going to be investing in, but that little difference can actually drive more traffic into your apartment, meaning in the long run, you're actually going to generate more revenue because the occupancy is going to be higher in the property as well. So look, I hope you have found a lot of value from this video. I think there are two very, very simple things, but also crucial in making your occupancy a lot higher, but also increasing your revenue slightly as well. So if you've liked this video and you found it useful, then click the like button, subscribe to this channel, and also click on the bell button so you can get notified when more videos come out. And I will see you on the very next video.